Hello, everyone. So today I wanted to jump on and just speak to the people who may have felt that perhaps anxiety or fears or the fact that they haven't reached their goals with their horses yet, even though it's been years and years and years. And perhaps they're wondering, is this a sign that it's just not meant for me? And I just wanted to reach out and let you know that if you have a dream on your heart for you and your horse, it is absolutely meant for you. And if things are showing up like anxiety, fear, or just like general self-doubt where you're like, I've been at this for a long time and I feel like I'm not progressing, um, or even if it's something like you feel like you have to work really hard to to perfect things with your horse, all of these things, and you're feeling like the journey is not enjoyable anymore, and you're wondering like, is it worth it? Even those sorts of things. I just wanted to come on today and just speak to that and let you know that none of these are signs that you're not good enough, that you should give up, and that you should, try something else. Maybe horses aren't your thing. It's never that. And, what I've come to realize is horse people are some of the most passionate people in the world. And what a gift that is because once we then understand that none of this is signs that we should give up, all it is showing you that there's something deeper going on within you. And this is something that you can absolutely heal and move through. Once we become aware of that, having something like a passion for horses is such an incredible gift because we're like, right, I'll do what it takes to move through this. And at first it might be like the desire to be better for our horses that like actually because it's a big thing, to do the inner work and look within, and not everyone's prepared to do it. But when you have something like a desire to really step up and be the leader you've always dreamed of for your horse and you're willing to do what it takes, you'll go there and you'll do the work. And then the amazing thing is once you do it, you realize like you have been worthy of this healing all along. And in the beginning, you might not be in a place to feel that. And it's our horses that really, it's like the desire to help them that gets us to do the work. And then once we do it, we're like, you realize, like, oh my goodness, I've been worthy of having this healing all along, but it's my desire to help my horse that really got me there. And you realize how much changes, not just for you and with your horses, but in your life in general. So it's never a sign to give up. It's a sign to go deeper and look within and see, if you're experiencing things like panic attacks or anxieties and fears, it's coming out as physical manifestations. It's because there is something deeper going on. And it's an invitation to explore that. And once you get to the root cause, you can actually heal it. And you'll find that so many of the different symptoms that maybe you've tried different things like even like breathing techniques and different things to help with the symptoms that are coming up. Once you get to the root cause, you'll realize that a whole array of different things change, your perspective changes, and you're able to move through things with a whole lot more ease. And you're not reacting to situations with perhaps like frustration and anger or taking things like personally if your horse is not behaving in a way that you would love. Instead, you're able to separate yourself and see like, I know, like this is nothing personal. This is my horse expressing their needs in this moment. And just knowing that you can step up and support them and help them through it. It's not a reflection of you as or your talents and abilities. It's just showing you where your horse is at the moment. And when you really change your beliefs on a deep subconscious level, and you understand once and for all, like, you are enough. You realize that you can help your horse through these things, and your talents and abilities are all within you. And sure, you might have, things where you can develop your skills more, but once you have the belief that you're enough, you will actually follow through and develop those skills. So I just wanted to speak to that. Like, these anxieties are just showing you that there's something deeper going on within you, and you can absolutely heal them, and it doesn't have to take a long time. And, this is why I created the Healed Horseman's Journey program. It's for these incredible people that are self-aware and realize how much our energy does affect our horses. And we may have heard things like, if you can't regulate your nervous system and your horse is going through something, it doesn't matter what technique you use, you can't help them because you yourself are, feeling frustrated or fearful and anxious, and you can't access um, you're in fight or flight yourself, and you can't access this calm place where you can actually think logically and remember how you can actually help your horse in that moment. And so when we do this healing work, it's like all of that is taken out of the equation because you've done the work on yourself, and it's like, okay, now I can see this is where my horse needs help, and I can help my horse out. And then it's like those techniques, they work because your energy behind them is different. And you get to choose, what technique feels more in alignment with me and like my desires for my horse. And if your energy behind it is right, they will all work. It's just a matter of what feels right for you, and if you feel empowered and you feel like it's right for you and your horse. And so what that's yeah why I created the Healed Horseman's Journey program, and it's just so personal for me because I've been through this myself. And for a long time I felt the frustration and I felt the doubts of maybe it's just not for me, and maybe I should just put these dreams on hold because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And maybe it's just for those, elite horse people that dedicate all their lives to this work, that reach their dreams. But I've found that's not the case. And it really comes down to our beliefs, and that they come from our subconscious minds. And when we get to the root cause of things that are showing up for us, like the anxiety, like the doubt, like the perfectionism, all those things, we realize it's just beliefs that we came up with in our childhood, and all of us have taken on unhelpful beliefs that are now running our thoughts and behaviors, and we can change them and we can rewire them, and we can literally become that leader that we desire to be. But it's not as simple as just saying, well, just change your thoughts, because it is true that uh, everything comes from our thoughts, because it's our thoughts that leads to our feelings, which leads to our actions, and that leads to the events in our lives. So everything starts with our thoughts. But it's not as easy as saying just change your thoughts, because they come from our subconscious mind. So that's what's going deep below the surface, and it's things that you're probably not even aware that you're thinking. And so that's why it's important to get to the root cause deeply in your subconscious. And you can see where these beliefs started, and the most amazing thing is you'll start to see that, okay, these beliefs were never true in the first place, which is such a big shift, because you're like, oh, okay, if they were never true in the first place, now I get to choose beliefs that are actually going to serve me and move me closer to the dreams and desires that you have with your horses. And we do all this in the Healed Horseman's Journey program. It's not like you have just techniques to deal with symptoms that you're going through. It's getting to the actual root cause of what's happening and healing on a deep subconscious level. And this takes you into a place where you just feel such complete freedom. And you know that no matter what comes up, sure, you're still going to experience challenges with your horse, but you'll know that you can move through them and you can handle them. And you take the action, you take empowered action. You're like, okay, um, what's the next step to help me move through this? What skills do I need to develop? Maybe there's more skills here for me. And you're more open, you're looking into all these as opportunities for growth. And you actually follow through with the action. Whereas before, when the subconscious programming is running the show and telling you that you're not good enough, that, that this is, for other people, it's a sign that you should give up, all these things. If it hasn't happened by now, it's not going to happen. All these, thoughts that are running through your mind, once you change the beliefs, those thoughts change. And it is a matter of, it's just like, are you willing? Are you willing to do the work? It's all there. It's there for you to access and move through. And once you do, it does feel like you're living in a whole different world. A whole different world opens up. And that's what I've found for myself. Like, since doing this work, like, it's led to so many more opportunities, like actually following through and buying my dream horse that I never would have brought before. And I can tell you, like, hand on heart, if I had have had the opportunity before, I know there would have been so many doubts coming in saying, like, oh, but what if you go through with this and you still don't reach your dreams? What if you get this amazing horse and then it just shows you that, nah, it's not for you. Like, this is, um, the horse was doing amazing and with this other person, but now you've got the horse and things are spiraling and you're undoing all this good work. Like, those would have been more of the natural thoughts that I had. And it's really hard to change those thoughts if they're going on in your subconscious mind and you're not really aware of them and you're not even aware of how they're affecting you. And that's why we do this deep healing work. And now it was like, oh my goodness, I have this opportunity. How incredible. And now Poppy is just such an incredible horse, and I'm so thankful for this work that I was brave enough to say yes to her and move forward. And we are creating such a beautiful relationship, and those dreams that were once like a vision in my mind are coming true, and it's such an incredible feeling. And also, like with my other horses that I'm still like progressing with, instead of like beating myself up on the journey where I'm like, oh, we're not there yet, it's more like, oh, like every challenge is an opportunity for growth. And I'm so thankful for where we're at. And it feels like a really unstoppable feeling. Like we can enjoy every moment together. And of course, I'm not perfect and I have my days and my moments, but having these tools to come back to is it's so liberating because you never have to stay stuck. Again, you have something that you can come back to and move through these things with so much more ease. And that's what one of the students in the Healed Horseman's Journey program, that's been a huge takeaway for them. This program really attracts really incredible people who are really self-aware and they can see how their energy affects their horses, and they may have had years of doubting themselves. But once they step into doing this work, like changes happen incredibly quickly because they realize like, oh my goodness, it was never that I wasn't cut out for this. It was always these beliefs, and they start changing them, and everything around them starts changing. And it's just such an incredible feeling. It's just so much more empowerment to realize you can move through anything that's coming up. And so, if this is speaking to your soul, if you're like, yes, this is something I've been calling in and looking for, then please do not hesitate to reach out and ask me any questions. I'll put a link in the description here to join the Healed Horseman's Journey program. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out. You can also join our Facebook group, the Healed Horseman's Journey Facebook group, where you can find, things already there for you to dive into to help you just feel empowered on your journey and really enjoy your journey. And so I'll put a link to that below as well. So the message I really want to get across is, if you are experiencing anything on your horsemanship journey where you've been saying, is this, like, you've been questioning yourself, like, is this a sign that I should get out of horses altogether? Follow your heart, because your heart knows. And if you went ahead and did that, just listen to yourself. How would that feel? And just know, like, you wouldn't have these desires if they weren't meant for you. And maybe, like, what if it's just leading you towards all the healing that you deserve to live your most incredible life that feels like so much more free, and like you can feel like you're really stepping into your power. And it changes the way you show up in the world with your confidence, how you speak, um, how you approach situations, and doing things that you like your old programming may have said, like, this isn't for you. You're not someone who maybe your dream is to do competitions, and your old programming may have said, like, but that's not for you, you're not good enough. And now, once you've changed it, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to do this and see how it can help me move forward with my horse. But it might not be that. For you, it might be, I want to have this incredible relationship with my horse where we go out trail riding together, and we ride rainless, and we go on camping adventures and all these sorts of things. Um, when you feel into that and feel into your desire, and if you can actually feel it from a place of, but if anything's possible, would I love this? And just notice how you feel, because that's your answer. And notice how you feel when you say, like, no, it's a sign that I'm going to give up my horses, because you could make it a sign that it's your sign to give up, and you could make that your reality. Or you could say, this is a sign that I'm being led on an incredible journey, where I'm being shown how I can actually move forward and reach those dreams and desires that have been on my heart. So if you're feeling the pull, please feel free to reach out, message if you have any questions. You can also book a free call if you just want to, ask, is this the right step for me? I'm always honest, and I will point you in the right direction. If I feel like, no, it's not a good fit, I will tell you. The main question is, are you willing to do the work and actually go deep and commit yourself? Because if you are, there is so much freedom for you on the other side of all of this. So thank you for being here.